Good day, everyone. Today, uh, today I'm discussing our topic agrarian reform from Spanish colonial Philippines to the present. First, before anything else, I introduce myself. I am Ivan Logeritsi Malate.
And I'm John Cyril Galdogo.
First, during the Spanish colonial period, 1565-1898, agrarian reform did not exist during this time. Large tracts of land were owned by Spanish players, officials, and elites through systems like the Encomienda and Hacienda. Filipino farmers were forced to become tenants on land they once owned, leading to poverty and social unrest. This land inequality became one of the causes of the Filipino revolts of the Filipinos Revolution. During the Spanish period, agrarian reform did not exist because agricultural lands were controlled by Spanish players and government officials and wealthy elites through systems such as the Encomienda and Hacienda. Under the system, Filipino farmers lost ownership of the land. So, during the Spanish era con- he controlled the farmers. And second, during the American colonial period 1898 1946, American government introduced land laws such as Public Land Act, and he homestead program to distribute land. However, these programs mostly wealthy Filipinos because poor farmers could not afford to buy land. As a result, and land ownership remained unequal. So, when Americans law control, they introduced land policies like the Public Land Act, the Homestead Program to promote land ownership. However, Filipinos benefits more because poor farmers lack money, education, and success to legal process needed to acquire land. So Americans is control the policies to the Public Act and Homestead, and Filipino benefits more while he okay, let's continue. Um, the more Filipino plant is the more money to come. And the third, after after independence 1946 1972, Philippine government passed laws like the Agricultural Tenancy Act of 1954 to protect tenant. However, weak implementation and strong landlord influence limited their effectiveness. Many farmers continued to suffer from unfair tenancy arrangement. So, after the Philippines became independent, the government passed laws such as the Agricultural Tenancy Act of 1954 to protect tenant farmers and regulate landlord-tenant relationship. So, after the Philippines independence, they protect the Filipino farmers, farmers and regulate landlord-tenant. And the next reporter is my buddy.
Hello, this is John Cyril Go. So we can proceed to our topic. During the Marcos administration in 1972, Ferdinand President Ferdinand Marcos issued Presidential Decree number 27, which aimed to transfer ownership of rice and corn lands to tenant. tenant farmers. This helped some farmers become landowners, but the program was limited because it, it excluded other types of agricultural land. Hello, this is Go Jan Cyril, so I can proceed to my topic. During the Marcos administration, the President Ferdinand Marcos issued Presidential Decree number 27, which aimed to transfer ownership of rice and corn lands to the tenant farmers. This helped some farmers become landowners, but the program was limited because it excluded other types of agricultural land. In 1972, President Ferdinand Marcos introduced a policy helps tenant farmers by giving them ownership of the rice and corn lands that they work on. This allowed some farmers to finally own their land, but the program was limited because many other farmers were left out since it did not include all types of agricultural lands. Present period. The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program extension with reforms. Continuous agrarian reform today. It focused on completing land distribution, providing support service to farmers. However, challenges like land conversion and legal disputes still exist. Since CARP was not fully completed, the government introduced a CARPER to continue and improve agrarian reform. This phase did not only focus on giving lands title but also supporting farmers. The government provided seeds, tools, training, loans, and infrastructure to help the farmers to succeed. Despite this effort, farmers still face problems such as land conversion and long legal battles to protect their lands right.
Ending of our topic.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for listening.
listening and have a good day, everyone.